It's insane. No way. No way. No way. What that means is that whoever is driving Uber and Lyft, they are in control of how I get offers. Do you understand that? They can withhold offers from me or give them out. They can give me high paying offers, which is what they did 2 days ago. Why? Because I started at the same time I do every day, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I worked for 5 hours and made as much as I should make in. That's not a fluke. That's not a fluke. That's controlling the market and like creating dissonance in my mind. Why can't I make like I wouldn't have that imbalance. You see what happens here? That's imbalance. So here's trying to bring what was going to go before. Everything that Uber and Lyft does that's not simply taking you from location to the next, they should get rid of. There's no surge times. There's no hot zones. You know, the reason why I've had conversations with riders, there's no reason why the same ride one day should cost almost twice as much another day at the same time. Zero. Why? I don't get that. I didn't set that price. And yet, the consumer paid it. Stop paying those obscene rates. That's how you control the market. I'm not going to use Uber. I'm not going to use Lyft. Who else you gonna use? Me. Oh, driver. That's me. You call me. You tell me. If I'm available, my rate is $1 a minute in this economy. Oh, that's too expensive, Trav-EL. Okay, then go to Uber and Lyft. In order for me to exist in a healthy, balanced existence, I require $1 a minute. How much is your time worth? If I'm a bar, hit on you, and said, hey, let's go spend some time together somewhere, and I mean bowling or a movie, and you're like, nah, I'm not really interested, and I said, I'll pay you $500. You'd be like, what movie are we going to go see? You see what just happened right there? See what just happened? I turned the conversation into a marketable enterprise. You didn't want to go on a date with me. He's not good looking enough. He's not tall enough. He's not dark and handsome enough. Whatever. I don't care about that stuff. My point I'm making is your time has a price value on it. I'm asking you, well, how much is your time? How much is your time worth? Do you even know? Because your time is how much you get paid. That's how much time you're worth, right? So if you make $25 an hour, your time is worth 50 cents a minute. That's pretty simple. Right? Can you survive on that? No, I can't survive on that. I need more money. Right. So there are things that are there are elements to Uber and Lyft that are completely erroneous, superfluous, unnecessary. They have nothing to do with getting you from point A to point B. Nothing. There's no rating system. And yet I get rated. I get threatened by Uber. One more complaint and you're going to lose your driving privileges. I'm sorry. No. No, incorrect. But I can't talk to anyone about that. They don't have an HR. I can't talk to anyone about that because there's no one at Uber who's a human being. I've never found one. Can you find one? I dare you. I'll pay you $10,000. If you can go onto Uber right now, find a number that's a human being. I'll make that bet. I don't have $10,000, but you know what? I'm going to win that bet. So then you owe me $10,000. I can't find a human on Lyft. And Lyft has eliminated 28 days in the past months of my driving with no recompense, no responsibility, no accountability. That's the world we live in. I wouldn't treat you that way. Would you treat me that way? No. So why do we let these corporations? Because you are used to convenience. You're lazy. I'm lazy sometimes. I am. I don't microwave my food, but I'm lazy. We need to be able to create a sustainable existence where everyone has, not the same, I'm not trying to say that, where everyone is able to live in a sensible balance. And do you know how many people want to just be simple? I'm one. Why do you kill yourself in the law firm 80 hours a week? Why? What is it that you need that you have to deplete yourself of time that way? I don't want to do that. If I could snap my fingers and be anywhere I wanted to be, wherever that place is, it would simply be a place with a shelter and a place for me to recreate reasonably and then also cultivate, right? I want to grow my own food. I want to be able to relax on my own property, a hammock maybe. I don't need a fucking, I don't need a smurfing infinity pool. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, that's extreme. Like, find, you know where you can have an infinity pool? Or wherever that, I'm thinking of the wrong concept, but you know these long pools where it creates a flow of water against you, and you can swim against the water, and it'll be like you're swimming through a channel. You're swimming on the ocean, right? Because you've got the current, and then you're fighting against the current. Well, I mean, if you wanted that naturally, find a river. Find a river. That's a natural pool that you can do that in. Now, I get it, right? I get it. Okay, my off. Like we have to be. Well, like you're talking about, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, fuck, what's the economic philosophy that I'm thinking of? It's not communism to a certain extent, right? Because community. Going back to Deadwood, everyone there is on the same, like, if you watch Deadwood, you have different expressions of ideologies, and Al Swearingen is a tyrant. Swearingen is a robber baron. He is not in his business for your benefit, but his. He will overcharge you for whores. He will overcharge you for the liquor. He will take too much from the game tables for poker and all that kind of stuff, right? Because he's greedy. Greedy. I'm not greedy. You're not greedy. We wouldn't treat each other this way. I'm not saying that we have to have the same possess. I'm not saying that we have to have the same car in this day and age. You know what I mean? Not what I'm saying.